Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the 5D Deep Dives. So today we're going to talk all about chakras, and we're going to try to dive really deep, like we usually do, into some fascinating topic, such as enlightenment, where we are in terms of humanity, but also do clones have chakra? Does the earth have chakra? So lots of fascinating questions. So stay tuned for that. Of course, I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my amazing sister, Sophie, who's going to be channeling all the answers of our amazing questions today. How are you, Sophie?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. Hi, everybody. And thank you so much, Julie, for all of your amazing research. I'm always reading the comments. People are amazed at your questions. So thank you so much for all of the research you do and the pictures that you found. And thank you so much for just being the perfect fit in this duo.
Yes, we are a dynamic duo. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yes, I do spend a lot of time for the questions because I try to ask questions that we don't often hear about, or that are a little bit woo, or that I'm just curious about them because I'm special. I don't know, but reading your comments, I feel that I'm not the only one who is wondering about those things. So thank you guys, of course, for your amazing, unwavering support. And if you do enjoy this series, please do make sure you hit the like button. It really helps us into creating some more content with you guys. And of course, we are simulcasting on our YouTube channel as well as on our Rumble channel. And so we are technically on holiday vacation, but we pre-recorded a few episodes for you guys, so you don't miss us too much during this break. And we'll be back to our regular scheduling in the second part of January. So very soon, because we're now January 15th, believe it or not. I'm coming back soon from vacation, so we will be resuming our normal activities very, very soon. But until then, you can, of course, binge watch on our past deep dives, and those one, especially the Pluto and Aquarius series, was really good. And of course, we have the 5D news as well, and the prediction for January, of course, for the 12 zodiac signs. So a lot to watch in the meantime. And yeah, and of course, if you have any kind of questions you'd like to ask us with these shows, you can join the free community on Maison Jupiter and ask your questions there. This is where I go for inspiration whenever I'm planning those shows. So the link is down below here in the description box. Sophie, are you ready to start our series?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So, okay, I have a chart of the chakras because I always assume that everybody knows what we're talking about. But just in case you are not familiar with the chakra system, here are the main 7 chakras. And of course, there are other ones. And we'll see about that also later on. So I came across a theory that as a collective, so as humanity as a whole, our consciousness level evolve as well as we are working on a chakra, starting from the root one. So, and the theory that I've worked is that I listened to said that we're working, let's say we started with the survival instincts, with mastering the lessons of the root chakra. And then later on, we started to try to master our sexual energy, creative energy, energy levels with the sacral. And we would now be trying to master the solar plexus chakra, which deal with our, let's say, independence, sovereignty, also exchange of energy with other people, and emotional intelligence. So can we ask the cards if that is true, that are we trying to master right now the solar plexus chakra as a collective?
Okay, let's see. What were the keywords for them again? So the plexus was the wisdom and the power, correct? Power is definitely one. We have the card of the Godfather. We have grief and cheerleader. I would say yes, but let me just check with 2 cards of also tarot with this. It's a big yes.
Okay. And can we also ask, like, what are the specific lessons of this chakra that we still have to learn?
Mm-hmm. So it says that we need to leave more of the survival, like you said, and more of the tribal energy. How would you describe this energy, Julie? I'm looking for the word.
As an instinct or a...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. That instinct, animal instinct. Exactly what I was searching for. So leaving more of that primal energy to go more into introspection and higher dimensions. So this is what we're learning currently. And it's a big, tough lesson because there is egos at play.
And also there has been, let's say, dark forces at play also into taking our energy. And I guess the solar plexus chakra is very connected to energy exchanges. So we have been deprived of our own energetic sovereignty. So I guess this is also part of what we're trying to gain here.
Absolutely. Like this is, I don't know if you can see it, but we have here the manipulation kind of logo right there. And it's very interesting that we have this as people in the shadows are controlling and taking away from us. Yes.
Okay, interesting. This is starting to show pretty well. Thank you for that. Okay, other theory that I've heard, is it true that generally speaking, men have a stronger root chakra, whereas women have a stronger sacral chakra? I know it was true from, let's say, old times, but let's say if it's still true for these days, because the men had to provide security for the women and the family, and the women is, of course, birthing children. So sacral makes sense. She's creation. So is it still the case right now?
So the cards are saying that yes, for the women, for the sacral. I'm not yet receiving any card about the root. I'm just going to ask that separately.
Yeah, it might be two separate questions there.
It's evolving.
Okay.
This is very strange because in all of my about 400 cards that I have in Oracle, we have the card of the throat chakra showing up for masculine energy. And it says it's evolving because we see that in the past, the masculine was very much limited. And I don't know if you can see it, but we have him tied up. So being tied up, and we have the card of Nam, it's like we had a energy that was stuck and that could not express fully. And it sounds like the masculine is trying to evolve to learn more with the throat chakra lessons right now.
And you know what? The sacral is linked with the throat chakra. Those two are connected. They're the power center. So meaning probably that the masculine or the men in general are working on their sacral chakra and throat chakra connection. So they're power centers. Is that correct?
For the masculine, I'm getting more of the throat chakra right now, and the feminine is very much sacral, sacral, sacral.
Okay, can we ask the question about the root chakra? Is it getting more developed with women nowadays? Because like they're taking on more of a also independent financial security role for themselves as well?
Absolutely. So the feminine energy is very much empowered in the root chakra now. Let me just take a few more cards. But this is not where it's going. The feminine energy is more about the sacral. The root has been more of a collateral of what we went through in this Capricorn era. And it says that now the feminine energy is going more with the crown chakra and the third eye.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And okay, are we going where it's going to be more, let's say, I want to find the image where, just a second, where it shows, okay, this one. So this is, well, the 7 main chakras for the women and the men. And usually, let's say what happened before, traditionally speaking, is that, let's say the men had this one stronger. So when they were in a union together, in a partnership, so the man was also giving to the woman this energy, and the women had this one more developed, and she was giving, let's say, emotional fulfillment to the men, and he was providing material security, so and so forth. And the heart is where it's an equal, it should be anyways, an equal give and take balance. So is the goal here, is it to develop each and every one of the chakras in an equal way, being a man or being a woman? Or is it that, let's say, the strengths of each are moving to different power centers?
I think it's the second one, because the first card was divine love, and we can see the merging of both. But let me check again. It's very much each has to develop. So it's very strange, because it shows me it's both in the same time. So feminine, masculine have two different things that they need to work on as different genders. But us, like you and I, is just one person at a time, just one person. Each of us has to be working on each of our chakra. So yes, you're going to have like more of a mission that is gender related, kind of development of your chakras in general, on a kind of a more of a lessons that is happening on a collective level. But each of us has to work on all of your chakra, so that can create, of course, that you meet somebody that is either masculine or feminine or energy, and it's maybe it's the plexus that is more developed, or the heart, or the root, just because there is different lessons.
So interesting. Okay. I'll try to think of also, I feel like I have other questions popping into my mind, but okay. Regarding the sacral chakra in women, so we know that that's a chakra, well, for men and women, that have been played with a lot, especially with, I don't know if I can say that here, but enslavement, any kind of
power taking away.
Abuse of all kinds, past lives. And we're not talking just about this lifetime, but also about a history of events also, and memories that have been ingrained into our sacral, especially also from mother to daughter, and or mother to son. So what's the biggest realization that women need to have in order to further heal their sacral chakra from traumas and past life traumas?
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, it says that basically we need to learn that we're stuck in patterns, and that we are meeting the same people. So the karma, because that means that those traumas, good or bad, okay, there could be good experience there, also good memories from past lives, could have also bad energy like traumas or else limiting belief. We're stuck in some kind of loop until we learn those big lessons and that realization that you mentioned. So we need to be aware first that we're in a loop. It says we need to make the choice of change it and not to keep it as is. And then it says that in the first time, we need to sever it and to be alone.
So is it talking about like codependency and relying maybe too much on relationship and toxic relationships? Yeah.
It is about discovering your own power, and it is about finding your own strength, healing from your old wounds on your own, because we tend to cause more trauma apparently if we enter in relationships, especially the same, because you're going to be triggered and it's just going to be a loop. So it's just to say, I'm pausing everything, I'm just going to heal myself, and then I will re-enter in relationships with people.
Because until then, until you're fully ready, it's like you're meeting karmics. Seems to be what the cards are saying.
Exactly.
What those loops that we've seen before.
Yes, and I think it's more than just, let's say, the sexual energy there of the sacral. I think it could be also, because if I'm not mistaken, that rules also inner child energy.
Right.
So that could be inner child wounds.
Well, some people say it's more solar plexus chakra, depending on like what books and what kind of school are you tending to.
Well, honestly, it says that it's just a journey of putting your boundaries. So if we're not talking about it comes from childhood, it could not. It's not important. It's how your journey has left you to be able to respect your energy and to just say, I want to evolve and I don't want to be in a loop. So we need to tend to those triggers.
Yeah. Wow. This is such like a huge conversation here. And we know that sexual energy is not just something that is sexual in nature. It's your power. It's your source of energy, of vital energy, where you use this energy to, let's say, focus on stuff, to do your own projects, creativity. You use this to function also every day. So throughout your interaction, you have to also find the right balance and the right people, I guess, to enter in relationship with. Wow. Okay. So next question. Is it true that most humans have a naturally open 7th chakra, the crown chakra, so the one that's right above the head, even though they might not be spiritually awake nor religious? And why? And I asked that because I've read that in a book of chakras, and then they suggested to do an experiment with 2 people, and we did it together. I did it with like a bunch of different people, and it said in the book that although you might see like blockages from chakra to chakra because you go with a pendant to see like if it spins on counterclockwise, if it goes and let's say back and forth horizontally or vertically, it means different things. But generally speaking, I've never seen someone with a block 7 chakra, even though they might not be spiritual nor religious. So I just want to confirm with the cards if that's indeed true, that most humans have a naturally open 7 chakra, and why.
It says because otherwise it would not be fair. You need that to have, you need that to be able to connect with source and to feel some kind of love, basically. It would not be fair to your experience here on earth if you did not have an open 7th chakra.
So does that mean that people that have a blocked 7th chakra are inorganic?
Yeah. So
it's like a connection to your soul, basically.
I think it is. Yes, absolutely. Ascension. And yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. And yes, before we continue our fascinating deep dive, I just wanted to say that if you'd like to book a one-on-one reading, this is your chance to do it. Sophie is going to add some more dates when we come back from our holiday break, but you can do it right now. It is the code Jupiter that you're going to be looking for to get your 10% off your next reading. So we have a past lives reading, which are amazing to dive into, especially if you have some issues or stuff that you would like to see. Where are your patterns that you'd like to break free from? And also we have the 1-hour tarot reading, and we have also the mystical oracle reading from Soul, which is also an amazing healer mystic, and the Starseed reading also. So all of those, don't forget Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off. The link is down below in the description box. And yeah, these are amazing practices, especially for the month of January. And soon we're going to be in Aquarius season. Aquarius rules energy healing. So these are great practices. All right, next question that I had on my list, and I'm not going to put any image not to trigger anything here. But what was the side effect of the medical substance that came out in 2020, 2021? I'm not sure. On the chakra system. So we're looking for the side effect on the chakra system.
It says compromise. Okay, let's continue. Well, some of you have received, not us necessarily watching, but maybe some of you watching has received some kind of healing since to remove it. But let's see the effect.
Received, you mean like from other realms or?
Yes, from other realms, that's for sure.
Okay,
yeah,
it helps from our guide and all that stuff.
Yes. So it's interesting because in the very few cards that I have, and I repeat, I have more than 300 cards, I have compromised twice.
Wow.
So something was compromised, that's for sure.
And it's interesting because the word compromise and the word compromised,
I know,
to me sounds a little bit different, because compromise is like you're going halfway to find a solution, and compromised is like an agent that's like hijacking something, right?
Yep.
Although it's the same word, but it could have like different meaning.
Yep. In those cards, what I'm seeing, another fun one.
Wow.
Unawakened.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm seeing is that there's a few things, but there is, I know you asked about chakra. I'm just going to say what I have, and then we'll connect the dots.
Yep.
It says here that a lot of soul contract has ended if the choice was made to have the product when your soul was initially in a free will kind of place, and you were not sure before your incarnation if you were going to take it or not. If you decided to, there was a lot of people who ended their soul contract with each other. So this is interesting to see this. So there is probably some disconnect with the chakras, with the cords of attachment and soulmates and things like that.
I guess like from the unawakened card, it kind of says that like also following the decision to take that product, also it had an influence on whether or not you were ready to, let's say, think for yourself, step outside the matrix. So I guess it's also two different things. It's like, yes, the medical decision first, but also you still had the free will to use whatever capacity you still had to make decisions. But it feels like it altered also a lot of people's courage to step out of the box and to see reality for what it truly was, if that makes sense.
But there was more than this. I mean, there was a situation with the financials where if you lose your job, if you have children, there was a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, big decisions.
There was a lot more. There was a lot of pressure, and you guys know. But we cannot say that for everybody was that kind of decision. But the soul, on a soul level, for sure, there was something that was a big test, for sure.
Yeah.
And it could have been that you succeeded also. I just want to say that if you chose that for, let's say, your children, for some reason, there could have been like, I had the best intentions.
And you know what, with that card, because they all have like the 3D.
That's where I was going. Go ahead.
Okay, good. I'm thinking about like it surely affected the pineal gland and the third eye.
And it put like a filter where you're disconnected from the other people who are awakened because you don't want to associate with them.
And you know what? Like, how interesting that they have 3D glasses on. So you're keeping the 3D glasses on. It prevents you from seeing like other realms and the 5D world that is being born.
I want to say that's what I had in mind when I chose this image, but that's...
You're so intelligent.
Thank you. That was not I didn't realize this, but thank you for this.
Wow, the 3D glasses, that is so deep.
It's so deep. I love it. So yeah, how amazing that this card came up with this question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to say that in the middle of those cards, we have purge and we have receive beautiful energy. So there has been a lot of help to purge the humanity from outside people.
Mhm.
And I want to say that the effect on the chakra is mainly connections with others. And what else do we have? This connection from source is there for sure. We do have a problem with the root chakra. Anchoring and grounding is not that easy anymore. So that leaves you in that kind of a bad Gemini energy, the bad side of Gemini, where you're not able to connect with source, and that kind of a, I don't know,
but like looping in your thoughts. And
yeah. So I don't want to trigger anybody, but I did a few deep dive on some Geminis, and they seemed to be wanting that connection with source and having trouble with it. That's pretty much what I'm seeing here. So that's the kind of energy that we're seeing. Fertility is an issue.
Yeah. So basically, like all the chakras are affected.
Right. The heart is an issue.
Yeah.
What else do we have? We have the 6 of sword and the 3 of wands. So that is your social life. Basically, that this for me, this like you disconnect from people, you disconnect from source, but also from people. And with this, it's kind of a depressed energy that I'm seeing here. So it's affecting a lot of chakras.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. It might also be like a side effects of feeling disconnected to your higher self and to your life purpose, that everything is shaken up.
But I'm more of the chicken or the egg, I know, but I'm seeing this more of a, like, you agree that if you were going on this path, you were going to disconnect because of your choice to disconnect from certain tasks that you wanted to do, certain mission that you wanted to do, people you wanted to meet. That's why you disconnect, because those things are not anymore needed.
But let's say most people that made this decision didn't know what they were getting themselves into, and consciously. Yeah. It's more like their soul knew, but yeah. Okay, on kind of a similar train of thoughts here, what's the effect of antidepressants? And I'm not sure if that's the right way to say it in English, but whatever. You guys understand, I'm sure, on the chakra system. So what's the effect on the antidepressants?
How funny that yesterday I saw a random video on this. And that was like stars talking about the fact that they are on it for 20 years and like they're super happy about this and they would never get out of it. And
yeah, because that's and that is let's say the point of view that people that are on it have, because I know some people in my entourage, they're like, oh, I'm taking the smallest dose and this doesn't really affect me, but I feel great, so what's the problem? And well, I see a lot of problems, but I want to ask the cards.
Let's see. Okay, we have the mountains, which is delays, obstacles. So there's a lot of delays in your connection with source also, because we do see this ray of light right in the middle. It delays your mission for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how to connect it yet with the chakras, and we do see this ray of light right there. Do you see the connection? And it says teeth.
So it kind of blocks like any kind of downloads, messages coming from your higher self and source.
And it says teeth.
So someone is hijacking your energy.
Yeah. And your mission. And all there is to steal from you. Ball of fire. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, that makes sense, because it kind of numbs you down from an emotional standpoint. And your emotions are a guide to guide you in the right direction for your life mission and what you should do. Like, so if you don't have this as a compass, how could you know what step to take in the direction of your mission, right?
Yeah. That was always my feeling on it. I was prescribed so many of those, but I didn't take them. And that was always my view on this, is that if, like I said, if this is the way that I can know what is good and what is bad, how can I get better when I'm losing that kind of compass? So we lose the fire in us, and our mind is just being in this hamster wheel. So basically, it's hijacking
the soul.
It's hijacking, yes, the soul, but it's like you don't have to make your life better or work less or connect more with your family and friends to get that dose of happiness. So you can be a better worker.
Oh yeah, you can still function more in the matrix because you're more docile.
Why question what is making you unhappy if you can be a better worker with a pill?
Right, but it's also a tool for the elites and the control system, because you can be reinserted into your productivity without the need to question what's the root cause of this disconnection that you feel with your soul.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. And on that topic, what is the chakra that is the most often blocked, generally speaking, for the majority of people?
The heart.
Oh. I wasn't expecting that.
The yellow one is a plexus, correct?
Yeah, solar plexus.
Plexus in the heart. So, it's an order. Okay, they're giving me an order. Yeah, they're giving me like then the first one and then the other ones. Okay, number one is the heart.
Number one
is the heart. I think the bad side is going straight for the heart whenever they can. Then we have the yellow one. So that's the plexus. Then we have the sacral, and then we have the root. Oh my God, they're in the
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. And can we ask, like, why is the heart the first one on that list?
Okay, because it says your power. I'm going to ask again.
Is it what makes us humans special? Is it the power of the heart?
Intriguing answer. We have separation and we have programming. If your heart is disconnected, you're entering into programming more easily.
Yeah. Okay, and can we ask, like, literally the question, is the heart chakra, is it what makes us human so special? Is the power of the heart?
I think that it is, but let's see. Okay. It says the root, but let's see. It says the root.
Our connection to the earth. Okay. Yeah.
It says the root because there is something that is different from other species with the root chakra, is that we can purge from the root chakra.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that is very intriguing, but apparently that's what makes us us.
Okay. And talking about the root chakra, that was my next question. So do starseeds struggle to have a strong root chakra and thus a strong connection to Earth in general? Do starseeds struggle more than other beings to connect their root chakra to the Earth, or to have a strong root chakra?
Only when their heart chakra is not blocked. So not block. When your heart chakra is blocked, it's being attacked or something.
When your heart chakra is blocked, you have issues to connect with your root chakra. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty strong. When your heart chakra is blocked, you are down and you have a harder time to connect. That question is so protected that I'm having a buzz in my ear. That is a very, I don't want to say like a bad question because that's a wonderful question. It's a very hijacked question where nobody wants us to know about this.
I feel like asking more. I'm like, interesting. Okay. But why do you think? Because
why is it?
Why do you think it's like such an important topic?
Because the starseed are the one that are going to do a lot of change, and they don't want starseed to know how to heal themselves and protect themselves.
So just to recap what you were saying, you said that it's important for starseed to keep an open heart chakra and make sure that the energy flows there so they can have also a strong root chakra.
Yeah.
In order to connect with the earth, because the earth has special powers that allows us to purge, to recharge, right? Okay. And what do you feel is protected about that?
What do you mean?
I'll just carry on and maybe I'll think of other questions.
I tell you, this is a question that is super protected. You're going to have probably a hard time to, I don't know, figure things out about this topic. This is super weird.
Okay, guys, you need to help us and let us know in the comments what you think. Let us know. You always have like really good comments. Okay. Next question. Do most people experience clogging of energy in their chakra system, like on a regular basis? Do most people experience, let's say, blockages, energy not flowing correctly? And I'm gonna. Well,
the card of blockages, yeah, absolutely. Everybody has blockages. If you're not doing very regular treatment of removing them, everybody has blockages. And what we have here is, this is just the natural flow, because it's just a coping mechanisms. It could be from other sources. It could be from you keeping energy inside, from others sending you bad energy. There's a lot of reasons, right? We have the card of past life here also. But it's just that some people are not aware. So they just put on this new personality because it will create some kind of change in your personality to have blockages.
Okay. So it feels like almost like not the natural state, but like we spend most of our time having blockages in our energy field than the opposite is what I'm getting from the card.
Exactly. But I'm sensing that this is just why we're on Earth. It's to remove those things. So
it's also a tool of, it's like, let's say you have an illness or something comes up, like you're feeling uneasy about something. It's a tool in order for you to dive deeper into knowing like the source of what's going on.
And the illness is the latest stage of it. It will always start with energetic and then
balances, and then it gets worse if you don't look at it. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. And what can we do to get the energy flowing again and remove blockages? And I know there are multiple ways, but let's just see what the cards have to say there.
It says receive some healing.
Night and day.
The night and day. Yeah, I was going to ask about this one. I'm assuming this means protection in your house during the day and during the night. So you do need to have protection. We'll take cards on this for sure. And we do have the card of kiss and makeup and the breakthrough. So you do need to work on your karmic relationship. You do need to do that kind of a hard work on them and on your triggers, kiss and makeup. And let's ask about those two first cards to receive this healing energy and the night and day.
Yeah. So that we're having like healing treatments by our guides while we sleep is like the first thing that popped up to in my head.
Any kind of energy sent your way by healers or your guides. This is This is good. It could be earth music also, but it needs to be from a very high vibration for sure. And the night and day is receiving the Nine of Pentacles. So having crystals in your home that you cleanse, also having symbols, feeling like you honor your own space. That means that you are respecting your own space. It needs to be to your own image. That doesn't need to be expensive, but it needs to be what you like, the kind of energy you like, and you need to keep it clean. Apparently, that's important.
Okay, so on the same topic, let me just find my image because I wasn't thinking about asking that so early. But does acupuncture help realign our chakra system?
Okay.
Is it a good treatment to help realigning the chakra system?
I'm getting two cards very weird of purging because we have grief and ghosting. So I'm going to take that second rule. So far, I'm taking yes, but let's be open and see. Okay, let's see what we have. So I'm getting the Magician, the Empress, the Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. That's really beautiful. Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So the only thing that I'm seeing here that is a maybe instead of a yes would be that you need to do it by somebody that has good intentions, good energies. Super important because apparently while they put in the needle, because they touch the needle, their energy goes in it.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And does sound healing help realign our chakras? You kind of alluded to that briefly, but let's ask.
It's beautiful.
Ah, I love it.
It's very beautiful. The cards are absolutely beautiful. I have to say, though, it's not going to feel nice for those who are not awakened. It's not going to feel nice. So there is going to be maybe illness after it. There could be a sense of irritation, like frustration.
Fire purging.
Yeah, and this is the card of the train wreck. So,
okay, yeah, it could like bottle up some, well, not bottle up, but some emotions could erupt. Yeah, a lot of sense. And does sleeping with a crystal under your pillow, is it beneficial for our third eye chakra and for our dreams?
Okay. You have to be careful of which one for sure. And you have to be very careful if it is purge or not, because the effect could be reverse. We have the card here of obsession. That is that if it is already full, it's not going to do just nothing. It's going to give you back those bad energies.
Boomerang.
So, yeah, we need to clear them. So that's a good reminder. I'm going to clear my crystals. And we have the card of sleep as I'm picking up the deck. So this is very good. Yeah, if it's cleansed, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Yes.
It helps with the dreams too.
Right.
Okay. Do clones have a chakra system?
You think so?
I don't know.
That's a good question, though.
Or do they just have the crown chakra block? I don't know. Let's ask.
It says they have.
Mm-hmm.
They don't feel the effect of it. So I'm just going to show you some of the cards that I have. They have if they're clones and it's done properly, they're supposed to have the same as the original, but it says that they don't feel the effect of it.
Okay. Feel the effect.
So they're not connected with it. It's existing.
So it's like maybe more a physical like connection rather than like, because like we saw that the crown one is blocked.
It could be more like the best way to describe it would be that if there was an let's say a tool to see chakras of people, you could see that this clone has it.
Yeah.
It's just like an image.
Yeah.
It's not like they're fully connecting with as an organ, let's say.
Okay. So the connections between the chakras are not.
Between the chakras to the person are not.
So that comes back to the saying that there's no energy being infused by the crown chakra to enter all of the others.
There's none. It's really like it's just purely decorative. It's
purely decorative. Right. Okay. Does the earth have chakras? And there's many theories as to where those chakra points are in the world, specific locations. So I just found this image just to put an image here. But does the earth have chakra?
It says no, but it says that because people believe in it, it can create the energy in the world.
Okay. But it also makes sense that vortices of energy might be different from chakras also. So it might be like a strong, let's say, two ley lines coming together, vortex of energy rather than a chakra.
It's not showing up. I get your point, and it makes total sense. It doesn't show up as this. It shows up like, again, the chicken or the egg. It shows up like as there is a negative portal in that place, or there is a good one, and because of it, we associate it with a good one or a bad one.
Right.
And it's being created out of the belief of multiple people.
Yeah.
But there was none at the base of it.
Okay. Gotcha. We made like a connection between, this portal feels like chakra, and then we associated stuff with it. Okay. Okay. So this is a picture that I found, like, and I was struggling to find a good one of the 12 chakra system, because the 7 one are the main ones. So there's different, let's say school of thoughts as to how they're supposed to be named and whatever. But what seems to be generally spread out is that we have below the feet what is called the earth star chakra. And it says here on this image, our connection to earth, 12 to 18 inches below the feet. And I'd like to know, does everybody walking this earth have an earth star chakra below their feet? Does everybody walking this earth have this earth star chakra connection?
Doesn't look like it so far. Let me check with the tarot. It says only if it is activated. So there is a few missions that you need to do before it is activated. So basically it's like more of a, everybody has it, but it's not activated in all of us.
And how can we activate it? Is it by going to like sacred places? Is it?
Yeah, it's going to sacred places, and it can be also done by just working on your personal missions and doing your hard work and just unblocking the blockages.
Wow, that's really profound. Okay. And again, with that image here, that shows the 8, 9, 10th, 11 chakra. Are a lot of people able to tap into the 8, 9, 10, 11 chakra? Are most people, let's say, for the cards, are most people able to tap into the 8, 9, 10, 11 chakra?
Past the age of Capricorn, that's my card for Capricorn, it's going to be easier because right now there's a lot of distraction apparently. I have the crown chakra card. And it does say that in this Aquarius era is going to be easier because we're going to enter in this divine love and it's going to unblock a lot of access to those chakras.
Wow. And let's say right now, are there a lot of people being able, like, can we have like a percentage? Is it the majority? Is it the minority? Is it 10%, 1% of people able to to work with those chakras?
It's a very minor, small portion of people. Yes, it's
Something like 1%.
something like less than 1%. It's just we're getting started on this.
Okay, so we're students. Okay. Next question. Is Reiki powerful for healing and rebalancing chakras?
Oh my God. I was really concerned at the first few cards. I was like, oh my God, have we been told something else than I was told?
Well, I had another question, and maybe I'll ask it before you go ahead because I think it makes sense. And I was going to ask, is it true that we need to remove energetic parasites and blockages before we are able to benefit from a Reiki treatment?
Okay. No. Yes and no. Yes and no. You don't need to if you have the right Reiki person, but I feel like there is, and I'm going to take a card on this.
Well, the Reiki practitioner has to remove blockages before you are aware to absorb higher frequencies, right?
It has to remove a huge parasite before you're able to connect with your soul on a little deeper level. Yes. Yeah, so it says basically in the cards that until you go, and that's not me, it's really the cards, until you go for a Reiki session with a good practitioner, you're on the wrong frequency, almost on the wrong path. It's tougher to be on the right path because you have this kind of parasite and this kind of darkness.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay someone for it. You can learn it yourself and practice it. It's just always better when you're not the one doing it on yourself. But let's say you struggle with financials. If you are learning it and practicing it, it's already better because it talks about, it says ascension, and we have the card of summer, which is a very bright energy of joy and everything and cleansing with the sea. And we have Jekyll and Hyde. So we do see that there is two paths, and we want to have the better and higher frequency.
So choosing the right practitioner first, and second, making sure that they work on removing blockages, because for you want to be able to get the best out of your treatment. Okay. Next one. So I was very curious about this system, which is the human design practice. So I looked at it and I want to know, what does it mean to have an empty energy center or chakra, because they're the same, basically, what does it mean to have an empty energy center in human design? Does that mean that this chakra will always be undeveloped, or you'll have to work more on this chakra? What does that mean? Okay. Because let's say if you do your human design chart, you're going to see that not everybody has, let's say, colored centers where they are activated and they are linked with the chakras.
Okay. It means that you're not fully in your own energy. We have those two, the magician, and we have the false person, and then we have the light worker. So it can mean that you are not fully yet in your mission. Maybe in this life, you are choosing to play roles for others instead of working on your own mission. There is weird stuff with this, and I'm assuming that this is not something that will change with time, correct? It's like a birth chart that doesn't change. So
depending on your type, on your human design type, you won't have necessarily all the centers being activated. So a lot of us have missing chakras, or chakras that are not activated.
I think that it means that you have chosen a very, I don't want to say tough, but it's kind of feeling like it's a tougher one where you're going to gain a lot more of experience in life. But I have to say, you're not going to be here in this life per se for a mission of yours, but instead you're choosing, maybe as a more evolved soul, to come in and to help others on their own mission. So you have chosen to work on things that are a bit more challenging, I would say.
Okay, that makes sense. Is the heart chakra a gateway? If so, what's its true power?
It's another connection with source through connection with the frequency of love. So it is a very strong one, but it has the potential of being the exact reverse energy if you're not doing the job that you're here to be doing. I'm not talking about your mission here, but well, it could be part of your mission, but I'm talking about purging the karma and learning your lessons in love. It's another kind of love, divine love that you're getting from this chakra.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, next one here. Okay, so when we're talking about telepathy, where is this really coming from, this non-verbal type of exchange of communication? Is it coming from the heart chakra? Is it coming from the third eye chakra? Is it coming from the throat chakra? I want to know what's the main chakra that's responsible for telepathy.
I'm seeing orange. What is the orange one?
Sacral.
Sacral.
Okay.
It makes sense though, because if the sacral is a sexuality, that's the merging of two souls.
Yeah, that's the chakra that's associated with water, also with connections. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but that's very interesting. Okay. Is sitting with your legs crossed, like in this picture, is it preventing the energy from circulating in and out your root chakra? Are you blocking your root chakra if you're sitting like this, basically, where I'm always sitting like this?
And I'm sitting like this right now. It says yes, you are literally blocking it. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm uncrossing my legs right away.
It's so comfortable though.
I know. Such a bad habit. Okay, yeah, and we have the card of blockage, so it's pretty clear.
It's pretty clear. Yes, it's really not good.
Okay, are we being drawn to dressing with the colors that are attuned to the chakra that we're tapping into the most?
What's the black one then?
There's no black chakra. It just means that you're not choosing the light.
No, a lot of empaths choose naturally to dress in black.
Yeah, it kind of it's an introspective type of energy that you're like keeping your energy for yourself.
Yeah, it feels really reassuring for me, but I get what others are saying.
Yeah, when I used to work in an office and I had my PMS and I didn't want to talk to anybody, I would dress in black for a few days unconsciously, but this is what happened.
Yeah, but we're told that black is absorbing the negative energies.
Yeah, so you have to be really careful with your boundaries. I don't wear black usually if I'm going out in crowds in public places.
Or for a wake.
Yeah.
We'll ask that for another show if the black is doing this. But okay, let's see what's.
Are we being drawn to dressing with the colors of the chakras that are the most activated, or the energy that we want to tap into?
It says no, but it says that it sends the vibration of those chakras, and then they're giving me a few description of energies that we're sending. Metal, we have vibration. And then we have the anger with the red, and then we have the very mystic, apparently yellow. And then we have inspiration, and then we have grief.
So it's the other way around. Like we're not dressing because this chakra is activated. It's because we want to activate it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe a last one. Let me look at my, Okay. So the snake that you see here is what we call the Kundalini. So the activation of your chakras that goes all the way up. What kind of human experience can lead to a Kundalini awakening?
Okay.
And I might have another one that I forgot after this one.
So for sure, sexuality, we have the release.
But I'm guessing not every type of
I'm guessing not, but
not every type of experience can lead to that.
No, it says the release of the baggage. So it's not about sexuality entirely, but it's one type of it could be, but with also letting go of your baggage is going to help you to awaken the Kundalini. And we have ascension. So any type of very, I would say a routine of spiritual practice is going to awaken this part, but it needs to be in a way that it's done with the right intentions. Because if you're doing it and you're completely drained, it's not going to work out. You're going to awaken the wrong energies, and we don't want this. There's a danger apparently to awaken the bad side of it. I never heard of it, so I don't know.
Okay, interesting. Okay, let us know in the comments if you know more than we know about this subject. And my very last question. So this is something that I've heard, I can't remember from where, but is it true that women awaken from their crown chakra moving downwards while men awaken from their root chakra moving upwards?
No, it says that we have a choice. So it's not necessarily this way. No. Oh, that's interesting though. We have the divine love and stock, so that's just confirming. But it says that. Oh, okay. Okay, the cards are not happy about this. All right, cards on the floor. Lots of them. Obsession, bound, and ego. Apparently, there is some very dark energy if you awaken more from one side or the other. And that's where I was going before the full almost deck went on the floor. So let me just see quickly. Abandon, stuck, shadow work. All right. Okay. Yes. Which side is it? Okay. Oh, that's the, okay. I get what they're saying. Apparently, it's not an awakening. It's that you can have your chakra do something reverse of an awakening. You can have your chakra, I don't want to say block, but from lack of other terms, because I never heard of it. I don't have the proper word for it, but it's like they can close down and just go in a negative energy one by one. And this is apparently very negative, of course. And that can happen, but in that case, it will be the other way around. So yeah, help me with this one. Help
Okay.
me make it clear.
I'm not sure I understand correctly, but you're saying that it's a choice whether, and I use the word awaken, and that might not have been the right word, but let's say activate.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's a choice whether you want to activate your chakra starting from here downwards or root upwards is what we understand.
And we have another choice because that road war was there was 3 different choices right there. Yeah. So I think it doesn't really matter where you start, but it says that as long as you are doing it from a place of love and you're evolving, there is no problem. Okay, so you can start with maybe in your evolution, you're going to start with the heart, maybe from the crown, maybe from whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
But then it's talking about the opposite. If it talks about this closing down of all of your chakras. And apparently this is something that I never heard of it. So if you have heard of it, just let me know in the comments, please. The close down of your chakras. So instead of working on yourself, I'm assuming you don't, and you do worse things, and like you are not only continuing on your patterns, but you're not making any effort or something. And it's the complete opposite of awakening one by one. It's like you're closing up one by one.
Okay. Interesting. And last one. Are we learning to reconnect the head with the heart, so the third eye with the heart chakra in this age of Aquarius?
I'm sorry, what?
Are we learning how to reconnect the third eye with the heart chakra in the age of Aquarius? And I took this image because they are pressing their head against each other, so the third eye and the heart connection.
I'm not seeing this in the cards. I would say that this is more helping with Kundalini and more about your evolution for all of the chakra, but I don't see cards indicating for this specifically.
Oh, okay. So it's helping for the whole chakra system, the whole.
Yeah. So we have the activity.
I believe some astrologers associate Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, with the Kundalini.
Oh.
Sorry, you wanted to add something? Yeah.
No.
So, okay, so the whole chakra system is going to be highly activated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because, well, it's our connection to source, and it's we're reaching full embodiment here on Earth. Wow, that's beautiful. Let us know if you've enjoyed the show. I surely did. Lots of interesting answers that I did not expect, but that was like such a good time as usual. Let us know in the comments, and also do make sure you like this show. I was going to say hit the like at the same time. If you did enjoy it, that is. And lastly, before we go, if you'd like to be more informed about the astrological alignments that are going on for the rest of the year, the calendar is out. It's a PDF format, so you can have it on your phone, on your computer, and very easy to follow. The link is down in the description box. And last announcement. I'm just trying to find my image because I have so many today. Yes, here we go. If you'd like to book your one-on-one consultation with this amazing oracle or with Sol, the beautiful Sol, you can do it right now. And the link is down in the description box. Just don't forget Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next rating if you'd like to work on something, of course. Thank you so much, Sophie. So we'll be back next week with our regular schedule. Lots of love to all of you, and I hope you're taking the end of Capricorn season to take the time you need to recharge, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye, everybody.